Yo, what's good, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning. A happy Tuesday to everybody that will tune in on this morning. Hopefully, this finds you doing well and having purpose still in your life. It's that guy, Jay Hen. I am here with you this morning. Thank you for accepting me back and coming back and finding me where I was. But yeah, I'm just saying, what you say, Sarah? Good morning. I'm excited to be back today. I got some good stuff for y'all, of course, this morning. So it's going to be a amazing conversation this morning. Just a quick chat. I'm not gonna hold your day too long. You know, I don't really hold it too long, but I'm gonna do what I do this morning just because I do what I do this morning. So you already know the rules of engagement, how we do it. We're gonna take a few minutes. Let your people know that I'm on. Let your people know that we in this thing, and we in this thing with a purpose. We're gonna do what we gotta do, and then we're gonna get on out the door. We gonna get on down with the get down here. So that's how we're gonna do it this morning. Again, it's the morning chats. That guy Jay Hen. I'm excited to be with you on this morning. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. You know, I'm not one that waits on anyone. That's just my thing. I don't wait. I don't wait. I don't wait. I don't wait. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw the timer up. We already know how we do it. Like it, share it, send it to your friends, let them in here, tag them one by one, put their name all in the comments, and let them know we got some stuff getting ready to transpire in the morning chats. So you come on in the thing, and we gonna make this work this morning. I got a nice little conversation piece for you this morning. So let me know if you let me know where you're from. Let me know where you're watching from this morning. And we're going to go ahead and start the time to get these people on in this thing. You got a minute to go ahead and let somebody know that we are on live. Kyron, what you say, man? Thank you for tuning in this morning. Yeah, just so let your people know. Come on with it. Let's go with it. We have 45 seconds to get some people in the room. And we going to chat for a little bit. Some may like it, some may not. It don't bother me. I don't do the whole wait, come on in the room kind of thing. I do what I got to do it. I'm going to go about my business. My time is important. Your time is important. We can share this time together and they can watch it later. I'm just saying. That's just the way I do this thing. Dr. Johnson, what you say this morning? Brandon Parker, good morning, sir. How are you this morning? I'm watching Miss Jackson. How you doing? Sorry, Miss Jackson. Oh, I know how that works. I know how it works. So you got a couple of minutes. You got 8 seconds. Go ahead and get them in here. And again, I'm going to roll with it like I roll with it when I roll with it, So we're going to do this morning, and the timer's up. So y'all already know, for those of you who have been in, you already know how it works, how everything flows, how the second hashtag normally tells you exactly what the morning chat is going to be about. And I got to ask the question this morning because somebody is not going to ask it to you. Somebody's not going to ask you this question. What's next? What's next? That's what we're talking about this morning. We simply just asking the question this morning. We're going to answer the question, what's next? Maya Renee is in the house. What you say, Maya Renee? Oh, snap. I got Maya back in the house. Oh my goodness. I'm excited for real. I'll be excited to see my people, y'all. So the question of this morning is going to be, what's next? What's next? I have to ask the question, what's next? Normally I would ask a question on that, but it's the question. The question is, what's next? And let's dive into it. So 2020 has not been the best of years for some people. It's been the greatest year for some people. It's been a weird year. It's been a wild year. It's been a sad year. It's been an exciting year. It's been an interesting year, to say the least. But now my question has to come and say, what's next? Because I'm going to be honest with you. This is one of the things that we've done. We've given 2020 so much credit for so many things that have happened in our lives that I'm gonna be honest with you. 2020 don't deserve all this credit, because truth of the matter is 2020 took a toll on us, regardless of whether it was good, bad, in between, whether it was up, down, somewhere around. It took a toll on the majority of us in the life. So I have to ask the question, what's next? Because I believe now we've become so bogged down about what has happened in 2020 till we don't really even know ourselves what's our next move. And the one thing that you don't want to do is go into 2021 not knowing what's next, because you're still reminiscing on how bad 2020 was. And the truth of the matter is, I have to say it like this. Some people won't like it. Some people are not going to like it. 2020 dealt its hand, and I mean, it dealt some rough, tough hands that we had no other choice but to play. I do want to say, you know what I'm saying, my heart and prayers still go out to many people that lost so many loved ones in 2020. The truth of the matter is, the only thing about 2020 that really allowed us to see how bad it was is the fact that we were isolated to ourselves in the middle of a pandemic. That's the truth of the matter. Because truth of the, like, honest to God, we've lost several people in the years past, but we never paid attention to how many people we were actually losing because the year didn't seem like it was that bad. But when you have to be by yourself all the time and you're in isolation and you're doing all of this, like when you can't go out and you can't visit the loved ones that you take for granted. Because again, let's be honest with you, a lot of us take a lot of people for granted, and because we couldn't get to them, we have missed people more in this year than we've ever even known them for the years that we've been knowing. And what you say, Rep? And so the thing about it is, I have to ask the question this morning: what's next? 2020 again has dealt out some amazing, some interesting, some terrible, some horrible blows. But the question that has to be asked as we getting ready to transition into a new year is what's next. I'm gonna be honest with you. I gotta tell you a couple of things that you probably didn't notice about 2020. You probably didn't notice, and you may. Hopefully, this will help you understand where you are as of right now. So we do know that 2020 started off as the year of quote unquote clear vision, and you know everybody was excited in January, and come February, we were still in love. You know, Valentine's Day, we was finding our little boo thing, getting ready for hot girl, hot boy summer. We was doing all that extracurricular stuff, and then all of a sudden in March we come and get smacked as tight as we can with this thing called coronavirus. And it starts having these major effects on the entire world, not just the United States, not just the state of Louisiana. Of course, my city is behind me, but it had an effect on the entire world. And so it put the entire world on lockdown and gave you the most opportunity to find out who you were, to rediscover yourself, to discover things that you've never known about yourself, to pull talents out of you that you didn't even know you had. And here we are. In the midst of a pandemic, we begin to experience the loss of loved ones on every corner of the world. And the truth of the matter is, it put us in a national, it put us at a high red level alert because we didn't know what the next day was going to hold, including myself. We didn't know whether we were going to live, whether we were going to die, whether we were going to be subject to the virus, whether we were going to get sick. We didn't know what was going to happen, whether we were going to get fired, whether we were going to keep our jobs, whether we were going to stay unemployed, was unemployment going to run out. We didn't know if the stimulus package was going to come, the second one, because they never did, and everybody still was dependent on the stimulus package. Tanisha, what you say? And so the thing is that we lived entirely in 2020 in levels of uncertainty that we've never even begun to fathom. But this is the part that I want to really insert right here. 2020, as crazy as it has been, you are at the last month of 2020. You have made it to December. You've made it this far. So I have to be one to put you on red alert that real spill. What you say, Bianca? I have to put you on alert that you have already survived 100% of the worst things that 2020 had to offer you. You have already survived the worst of the depression, the worst of the isolation, the worst of the idiosyncrasies, the worst of the financial struggles. You made it this far, and you're here at this very moment. So if you're listening and you're going to watch later, whatever the question is, whatever the thing you do, the question still remains, what's next? So you can't go into 2021 without a new plan. You can't go into 2021 still reminiscing about how bad 2020 was, because if I haven't learned anything about anything in life, I can't live in the past, because what's going to happen is 2020 has made a landmark place in our lives. And regardless of how much we try, we will never be able to erase the effects of what happened this year. We will never be able to erase it. But this is the trouble. This is the problem. How many of us are going to dwell ourselves and plan ourselves and live in 2020 the rest of our lives? We always have, everybody has a 2020 story. I don't care who you are, where you are, you have a 2020 story. I know you do. You have a 2020 story whether you lost some loved ones. You have a 2020 story whether you got promoted. Everybody has some type of 2020 story. My question that I'm posing to you on this chat this morning is, what's next? Are you going to live the rest of your days in 2020, or you've already begun to make preparations to move into a new place of destiny? Have you made preparations to move into a new place of life, period? Because truth of the matter is, you can stay here in 2020 if you would like to. And 2020 is going to keep you in an endless eddy of degradation and despair, trying to figure out, why am I still here? You're not going to progress. You're not going to move forward. You're not going to do anything great. But you have to answer the question today: what's next? You have to be ready. I'm just like everybody, and I feel you. That's what I'm saying. We're ready to transition, but what are you transitioning to? That's my question to you today. I know we're ready to move. We're ready to get out of it. 2020. And again, the debt is damage to all of us. However, what are you getting ready to move to? So this is what I pose to you today. I'll tell you, the chat ain't going to be all that long today. I just want to make sure I put this freshly on your mind before you get to the end of the year and begin to do all the resolutions, because, and I'm with everybody. I've seen the memes, but I got to say it because this is the morning chat. I have not seen anybody say, as of right now, 2021 is going to be my year, because you told that till January 1 of 2020 and didn't know it was going to be like this. So let me ask the question: what happened to the power of the tongue that speaks greatness over your life, that you're so afraid of going into 2021 because you don't know what it holds anymore? I'm just I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know. See, and that's the thing. We don't know what 2021 is, but it's going to be whatever you make of it. That's what's next. You have to make up in your mind that you're not going to live in the past. You can't dwell on what has happened. And don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you, I'm not a mental health professional. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not telling you that you're going to get over a lot of stuff just overnight. I'm not going to tell you that you're going to get over all of the heartache and the headache. And you're not. That's not the case. The idea is, you have the power to choose which way you're going to move from this moment on. You have the power to determine on what you're going to allow to affect you. So the things that affected you in 2019, 2020 should have toughened you up to go to 2021 with a completely new outlook on life. Because if you're still dependent going into 2021 on the same circle of people that haven't supported you in the past, if you're still dependent on them, hoping, wishing, and praying that they're going to be the ones to support you, then you already lost for 2021. If you're still looking at that same business model that you had a full year to work on, and you're still trying to figure out how you're going to get started, then you're really not ready to go to 2021. If you are still trying to figure out if you're going to put your name on the business, if you're going to reach out and buy the house, if you're going to get married, if you're going to move forward in life, and you have doubts about it because of what happened in 2020, then you're really not ready for 2021. I have to ask the question again: what's next? What is next? Because again, it dealt out a lot of bad things, but it's also it was the greatest of launching grounds for everything and anything the mind could have imagined. Everything was equalized. Everything was on the same playing field. We had nothing but virtual everything. So the people that you didn't have access to, the people that didn't have time for you, was sitting at home and they have nothing but time. And we didn't do a lot of things that we could have done in 2020 to boost ourselves to the next level. So I asked the question again: what's next? And you can honestly, it's up to you. Everything that you want to do, everything that you're going to do in 2021, it's already up to you. So it's one of them kind of situations like, I got some decisions I need to make. Decisions. Am I going to stay where I am, or am I going to move forward? Am I going to start the business, or I'm going to go ahead and let it fall to the wayside? Am I going to brand myself differently? Am I going to walk better? Am I going to talk better? Am I going to put myself in a greater position? Because truth of the matter is that I have to be honest in saying I was not ready for what 2020 brought on. I was not ready for it. And now that I've had a complete season of preparation, now 2021, you know they're going to come out with a good title for it. But if you need a title for 2021, it's the year of execution. Everybody that took the time to learn a new skill, learn a new trade, when you took the time to learn more about yourself, know what you will and won't accept, learn how to modify yourself, learn how to cultivate yourself. You did some pruning to yourself. You cut out a good number of people. You cut out a good few things in your life. You trim yourself. You trim the fat. You did all that good stuff, and now you are the new person that's getting ready to go into 2021. And what are you gonna do with that particular person? That's the question that I have to ask. Because truth of the matter is, if you did not take this opportunity to do something greater with your life, you will not be able to blame anybody in 2021 for what you failed to do in 2020. And I understand that we had the pandemic, but you was by yourself. I understand that, there was people getting sick, but you were by yourself. I understand that, but you were by yourself. You were by yourself. Jay Renee, what you say? You were by yourself. You, yeah, no excuses. 2021 is going to be a launching ground for the most amazing things. You're going to find out exactly who took 2020 to their advantage and who sat down to complain. And this is a real good time to take a good look at your circle, because when you get ready to launch forward, the one thing I'm going to do, I don't know about you, but this is what I'm going to do. I will not go into the next year or finish out this year for the most part with dead weight hanging off me. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I'm done. Sorry. So again, some people are going to get the message, and I'm not one to just drop people off in text messages. I'm silly. I do full conference calls. I get 12 of you together on the phone and ask you the same question. So in 2020, what did you really add to the table? What are you bringing to the table to go into 2020? Because I'm gonna be honest, 2021. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. I got some major moves that I'm getting ready to make. I got some things to do in 2021, and I don't need nobody that's gonna ride my coattail. I need somebody that's gonna grab some, pick your hands and put your hands on something. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. Like, we have to, and this. But Jay, I'm with it. 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 Let's go with it. Let's dive into it. Jay put something on here. Let's make sure let's jump into this. Listen, let get for the discussion of a thought. Like I say, what happens if it doesn't change? What happens if the greatness don't happen? What happens if nothing changes with the incoming year? What happens if 2021 is just as bad as 2020? How do you respond in situations where something seems to be worse than what it once once was? All that. Hmm, hmm, hmm. I got it. I still believe Romans 8:28. I'm just saying, uh, all things will work together. And the truth of the matter is, I could answer that question, Jay. I have to say it. I would be scared. I would be afraid. I would be deathly terrified if 2021 would end up like 2020. But I know too many people that actually took dubs home in 2020. I know too many people that pushed through the pandemic in 2020. I know too many people that won in a season of pandemic, a season of famine, a season of desolation, a season of isolation. I know too many people that took 2020 and leveled up, not waited to 2020 to level up, but they leveled up in 2020. So my thing is, my way of thinking is, if you were able to level up in a place where there was not supposed to be any activity, any growth, any economic movement, if you were able to level up in this season, then I'm excited for what the years to come are going to bring, because that means that if I was able to move forward when the world says that you should stop, that means that there's a God that's still working behind the scenes, and he's still doing something overriding what man has already said is going to happen. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, because you can't tell me what 2020 brought on for you if you don't acknowledge what it brought on for others. That's what I'm going to take it. That's how I'm moving in to the future. So if they have people that won, they won. I know many people that won in this year. I'm sorry. I know many people that, and again, my heart goes out to anybody that lost everybody. We lost a number of people. We lost a severe amount of people. But the truth of the matter is, I'm gonna be honest with you. The Bible was kind of harsh sometimes in saying, because Jesus even told the disciples, "Let the dead bury the dead." At this particular point, I love you for I love you for the moments that we shared together, and I will forever get your memory and keep your memory alive because you left legacy and great stories. However, if I dwell on the memory of who I lost, in so many instances, you will find that your life will completely stop, and you have to push through even that pain because you can't just stop grief. You have to live through it. And so it has to happen. Y'all, I got news for you. I'm excited about what the new year is going to bring. So if I have to answer the question that I asked, and I have to answer the question, what you say, Miss Francis Arlene? What you say? If I had to answer the question that I just asked, what's next? Greatness is next. Amazing things are next. New opportunities are next. Greater opportunities are next. The promotion is next. The love life is next. The marriage is next. The kids are next. The house is next. I'm not even concerned with the car because they got Uber for everything. We are moving forward. Moving forward is my next. And that's what it comes down to this morning from the morning chat. This is what I'm sending to you. Moving forward is my next. That's just what it is. Whatever moving forward looks like for you, that should be your next. Whatever moving forward looks like to you, that should be your next. If it's getting over the grief and the losses of 2020, that should be your next. If it's building your brand or rebuilding a brand or launching a brand bigger, better, and I'm talking about to the best of its capacity that you started in 2020, that should be your next. Whatever your moving forward looks like, that should be the answer to the question, what's next? I'm not going to dwell with people that want to dwell in the past. I'm sorry. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. I'm just going to be somebody that you're not going to rock with in the new year. The truth of the matter, I'm not going to dwell at the pity party house of 2020 while everybody's moving in, because there's several people that's getting ready to move into these apartment complexes called the reminiscence of 2020. And they're going to move into all of these rooms. They're going to be over capacity of people that's still reminiscing on 2020 and all the losses that they taken. But I don't have the time to discuss the losses that I've taken because I'm too busy trying to go forward and win in 2021. I have to win because I don't know what tomorrow is going to hold. I only know who holds my tomorrow. And because I know who holds my tomorrow, he promised me that the bad things are going to work out for my good because I love him and I'm going to call according to his purpose. And he said that his word will go forth and will not return unto him void. And if he already promised me that greatness is going to happen, then all I have to do is work the work until greatness shows up. That's what the next is. Moving forward is my next. This the morning chat, y'all. This is how I feel about it. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's just what it is. I feel like talking that talk when I talk. I feel it. That don't push me because I feel it for real. Because truth of the matter is, we're gonna try our best. Because we were damaged by this. Come on, Mephibosheth, you talk about it. He was being broken, but this is the bad part about it. Listen. I'm glad you said that because he was damaged because of somebody else and still was invited to the king's table. You know why? Because that's the way that God works in this situation. He knows that you were broken. He knows that you were hurt in 2020. He knows the damage that you took. This is the most interesting part about it. He still let you survive the moments that even mental health professionals say that you were going to lose your mind. And because you are still in your right mind and still know how to click a button to turn me on Facebook and still knew how to start your car and still knew how to walk when you got up this morning and still knew how to go to work and knew the directions and nobody had to guide you to your work and nobody had to teach you how to breathe all over again, that nobody had to, because you have the moment, the opportunity, the life, the breath, you have a moment to move forward. And if you decide to stay where you are, then happy trails, happy life. I wish you the best in the moment that you decide to be stuck in. But my next is moving forward. It's the morning chat, y'all. Let me ask the question again. What's next? What's next? The question of the morning. What's next? What does your what's next look like? What is the answer to the question when it comes down to what's next? What is the answer to the question for you when it comes down to saying what's next? Because I refuse. I am not going to let it happen. I will not let it be that I'm going to be in a place of desolation, in a place of famine, when I can move to Canaan, where there's a land of milk and honey. I'm not going to be in the reminiscence of what once was, and when I can move into the place of what will be. I will not forfeit my destiny, forfeit my future, trying to figure out what my past still look like. I will not do it. I will not do it. I will not do it, because truth of the matter is that it's so much greatness in the future that I don't have time to sit in the past. It's so much greatness in the future that I don't have time to be dwelling on what once was. So the idea behind it is I have to look at it in this perspective. My what's next is the greatest thing that I'm going to find. It's going to be the one simple thing that I've been waiting to do. The album that I've decided that I'm going to release. It's going to be the web shows, the web content creation, that working for myself, that I'm getting off a 9 to 5, that I'm starting my path to my retirement, to where I can enjoy my life without it, be unapologetically about enjoying my life. And that's the thing about it. I have decided in my mind that my what's next looks like me moving forward in all areas of my life. So my question to you again this morning, y'all, the morning chat question: what's next for you? That's all I got for you this morning. I'm done. Let me stop, because I'm gonna be honest. Joel, watch yourself. I gotta ask the question again. What's next? Because if you stay where you are, you have no one else to blame but yourself. I understand what it feels like to lose a loved one. I know what it feels like to lose friends. I know what it feels like to be betrayed by people you trusted. I know what that all feels like. We all know exactly what that feels like. But the thing is do I stay at the feeling, the moment of my brokenness? Do I stay at the bad moment that I remember when they betrayed me, when they took me for granted? Do I stay at that moment, or do I pick up my pieces and move forward? If I had to throw anything in the Bible again from it, there was a man that was sitting by the pool of Bethesda for 38 years, and the reason that he wouldn't move forward is because nobody would put him in the pool. And Jesus come back and said something so pivotal to him. He said, "Will thou be made whole?" And he said, "Take up your bed and walk." It's the next move is on you. It's not about who's going to put me in my position. It's not about who I know to get to where I want to be. It's all about the next move that you make. Will you make the next move to complete your what's next? Moving forward, I'm picking my bed up today and I'm moving forward. It's the morning chat, y'all. It's the morning chat. It's the morning chat. I just had to ask the question because I knew it was a couple of people that was going to understand where my heart's coming from. I will not be in the precipice of the greatest year of my life trying to figure out what's next. I got like, listen, it doesn't even matter what's next. I'm just gonna do. I had we talked about it last night at the table, and I'm about to get off. I have to go. Steve Harvey said something interesting, and it changed my perspective forever. He was talking about we were embedded and we were taught that you should always have a plan B and a plan B. But Steve Harvey said something that was so interesting, because he said when you develop a plan B, you're already preparing for plan A to fail. And in this season, I'm launching nothing but plan A's. I'm putting all my energy into plan A's. I am putting all of my resources into plan A's, because what's going to happen is I will not fail in this season, because I don't believe that God would even take you serious about moving you forward unless you're serious about moving forward. And so when I put all that I have in Him and trust that He's about to do something greater, I cannot see Him failing me. What's next? I'm moving forward, moving into new destiny. Let's take a few moments few moments. If you got something that you want to drop in the comments today, and we want to share some inspiration to somebody, yeah, let's do that. Let's encourage somebody today. It's almost the new year. Let's take a few moments to encourage somebody on today. Again, the encouragement that you give somebody may be the best thing that they hear today, this week, this month, or even this year. The encouragement that you give to somebody may stop them from committing suicide and let them know that there's reason to live, to move on forward to their destiny. So let's take a few moments and let's go ahead and do it. I'll throw the timer up just for the sake of it. I don't even know if we'll get through the entire timer, but if you have something that you want to encourage somebody to help them move forward, if you have the answer to that question, what's next for you? If you're not ashamed, drop your what's next in the comments. We want to see what that looks like, because looking at it from somebody else's perspective can definitely give you the unction to move forward yourself. That's just how it's going to be. So if you have a what's next today, let me know what your what's next is looking like. I told you what my what's next is looking like. It's just moving forward. Everything moving forward is what my what's next looks like. So we got a couple of minutes left. Let's do this, and we're gonna be gone. I'm telling you, that's what it is. Let's see. Well, let's start it off. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Let's start off some. Let's see what we got here. 2020 should have broken any cycle of the old. Let's walk into our new and stand on the promises of God. Come on, D. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I need to hear. Yes, 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 yes. What you say to Maya Renee? Don't be weary in well doing. God see and knows your every issue. Trust Him, and I promise He can and will. I believe it's been so long since we had a good chance to sing with 3MC. I have to say, if I have to, if I hold my peace and let the Lord fight my battles, I know that victory shall be mine. I'm not gonna do it. What you say, Tanisha, this morning? So what? It happened. Accept it, adjust, and move forward. Come on, y'all. Yes. Come on, watch yourself. Not Rev. I see y'all got that. I like the there it is. Daniel 6:21. The first three words is, then Daniel said, this was response after being thrown in the lion's den the day before. Hear what I want to tell you. You have a response. Don't let anyone count you out. Come on, Reverend. Yes, this is, don't let anyone count you out. I know what 2020 did. I know what it did for you, but don't be counted out in 2020. I know what 2020. Don't be counted out. You still have victory. This year is not over. I'm still expecting God to do something great before this year is out. How about you? I still got high expectancy for the end of 2020. So I know I can go into 2020 with 2021 with some confidence, because my 2020 ain't over, and God still has an opportunity to do it. As long as there is opportunity, God has a place to move. I'm just saying. Especially because He moves on the outside of time, and He wrote the end before He started the begin. We ain't gonna get into that, because we do know God moves on the outside of our time. We have to do it. What you say, Dr. Patton? Listen, your next is always connected to God's past. Come on. Since He exists outside. Didn't I just. Come on. Come on, Patton. Your next always is connected to God's past. Since He exists outside of time, go ahead and jump. He's already there. That's what it is. Come on. What you say, Doctor? Look, my next may not be new, but it's necessary. Come on. Y'all, come on with this encouragement this morning. I tell you, y'all know this is my favorite part of this entire thing. That's what, come on. It may not be new, but it's necessary. I'd have to move. Come on, Joe. Come on, man. Tanisha, we say, after moving forward, do not repeat. I believe they say that's a broken cycle. Like, that's what happened is we've been calling it generational curses, but it's more like generational cycles that we keep going around in circles trying to figure out how we gonna get to our next, and we're still on the same. Have you ever driven through a roundabout? You can't continue going to the roundabout and going in circles in the roundabout and going to your destination. You got to eventually get out the roundabout. I'm just saying. Break the cycles, break the cycle. Joe, you got me with that one. My next may not be new, but it's necessary. Joe, good. Woo, good gracious. Come on, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. At the time it continues, y'all can have a few more moments to drop some encouraging words into the comments or answer the question, what is your next? What does your next looks like? What is your next? What are you going to do different? What are you doing from this moment on forward? Like let it be known today. I enjoyed this morning chat, y'all. I promise y'all. I talk to myself more than I talk to y'all. I'm just going to be, what are you doing next? What are you doing next? You can't be repetitive in 2021. You can't live in 2020 trying to be great in 2021. It just doesn't happen that way. Y'all, this has been the morning chat. Y'all, it's that guy Jay here, and I appreciate everyone that is and has come on. I do appreciate everyone that takes the time to go back and watch these videos again. I'm a bit. Look at him. Look at him. I knew somebody was gonna do it. Y'all do it to me all the time. Hold up. I gotta do it. Prayer, praise, worship, fasting still works. Apply them. Prayer, praise, worship, fasting still works. Just apply them. I knew somebody was gonna drop one more on me. I knew it. Come on. There is a reason that the cat never catches his tail. You know what? See, I told y'all. Listen, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the morning chat. I appreciate, honestly, I appreciate everybody that tunes in just to listen at the morning chats for the inspiration in the morning. Again, the only thing we're trying to do is grow together. Like, we're trying to grow. We're trying to move forward. There's no need for you to sit back if you have the ability to move forward. So I do want y'all to be on the lookout. We got some upgrades and some updates that are coming. New content is being branded, being constructed in the background. That's why I've been so disconnected. I have literally poured resources into new setups, new all kinds of greatness that's coming. So be on the lookout. It's a work in progress. It is a diligent work, but it's going to be worth the wait. I thank again everybody for rocking with that guy Jay Hen. That's just what I do. You give me inspiration as I'm trying my best to inspire others. And I believe that if we continue with these level of inspiration and believing that our next is greater than what our past, shall I say it like that, your ladder will be greater than and like, I don't know how you want to say it. The harvest is always greater than the seed. I don't know. We have so many things that we got pushing forward. So stay tuned, y'all. I promise y'all we got some good stuff coming up for you. It's the morning chats. It's that guy Jay Hen, and I will see you on the next chat. Have a great Tuesday.